Okay. Alrighty, well, after all of that random crap that went on, we've got some good games scheduled for today. We're about to see Eternals versus Troubled Turrets. We're going to be going to Lijiang Tower first for our first match. So let me go ahead and get that set up here, and we can get into our first game for today. I will be solo casting for the first map or two, but I think one of our admins, Flex, will be coming in at some point during today's match, so nothing to worry about there. But other than that, I think we are ready to go. I think we're going to see some good plays today. I'm very interested to see how everything's going to play out during today's match. But other than that, let's see how this game runs. Let's see if everything actually works properly and that the game is running smoothly. Let me get my Streamlabs over to my other monitor real quick. Go over here, then right here. And then I'm going to turn up my master volume back up to 70. Sound master volume 70.
4,
Alrighty,
3,
let's see how this game plays.
2, 1. Round 1.
So we're going to be seeing Eternals go for the Ryan Zarya strat. We're going to see TNT on Reinhardt, his favorite hero in the game currently, and Bingus on Zarya. Now, we're going to see pretty close to mirror comp here when it comes to their support and tank lineup. Or not support lineup, but I guess just a mirror matchup for their tanks. Eternals gonna lose their M.O.W.L pretty quick. TNT getting taken out pretty early into the fight there. But the Reinhardt is caught by himself. But Curse comes in here to make a little bit of space for him. Kind of allows him to peel and get out of the fight, and turrets are going to be taking that first fight away from the Eternals. Kit Kat getting staggered a little bit. Oh, but Bingus does find Thunder, but they get the res pretty quickly. Not really much of a contest right there. The window coming out from the Eternals. TNT going in for a shatter with a nano. Doesn't really find anybody. He's going to be pushing in, putting up his shield, trying to block as much damage for his team as possible. And Moira is going to be coming through on the right here. Vertigo with a quick little coalescence. Turrets finding uninspired and mask. Cursed, not really. Oh my god! Daddy with the 3K pulse bomb. That is just exponentially large. That is huge. And when it looked like the turrets were going to take away that fight, Daddy comes in and says, "No, sir, we are not letting that happen here." That was, in fact, very cheeky. TNT playing very aggressive here, something that he very much likes to do on Reinhardt. The question is, are the Troubled Turrets going to take advantage of that? That is a question that I'm sure will be answered here pretty quickly as they push in for this fight here. Curse trying to deflect as much damage as possible, but Bingus kind of blocking that wall coming up! What? Kit Kat freezing James as he tries to shatter. That is so devastating for the turrets here. Losing an entire ult, and Eternals looking like they're having a amazing ult bank coming up here. Grab going out, finding two, window coming through. And again! Daddy with another 3K! Massive pulse bombs coming from this Tracer right now. This is massive. This is huge for the Eternals right now. Daddy could not be putting his team on his back any harder. TNT going for a shatter, fighting! He fights so many! The Eternals are just not allowing the turrets to push in at all here. Not even giving them a chance.
you want a bandage for that?
They seem to be eternally getting these plays. Kerr's gonna be switching over to a McCree here. Thunder going for a tire here. He's gonna be stalling it out just a little bit. He knows Daddy is over here. And it gets taken out by Bingus. James charging into the back line, getting slept. Vertigo getting antied. The M.O.W.L comes out from the trouble turrets. It does not look like it's going to do much because TNT does find Griver. Bingus finding Vertigo. And they've lost the tank and support. That is not looking good for the turrets right now. However, the Eternals are losing people. But it could go either way here. It's going to be up to Thunder. The positioning from the bad teams is just not enough here. They have the ball on the turret side of things. But he does look like he's going to get frozen. He gets solo grabbed. That is an unfortunate turn of events for Griver here. He's going to go down. Vertigo going to be looking for another, but the question is he going to find it? Nope, there it is. And the Eternals take away round 1. It's surprising to me that we saw 2, not 1, but 2. 3K pulse bombs coming out from Daddy here. That is definitely not something you see very often, considering the kind of lack of damage that comes out from an explosive ultimate like Tracer. It is surprising to me that we did find 3 people for that. You know, normally you can barely find 2 with Diva's Bomb. Granted, Diva's Bomb is a little harder to hit than Tracer's Pulse, but regardless of that, they were still some very big bombs, definitely turning the tide of the fight, and I think that gave the Eternals that round. But that was last round. We're going to see Daddy and Curse going for a Symmetra here, going for that Symmetra fourth stat. James going to be jumping in here, maybe preemptive here, but he gets out, jumping in, gets a little too cocky there. And ultimately gives Eternals that first pick. Could be paramount for them here. Bingus is going to play up pretty far. He's going to look for some picks here, but ultimately decides to back out. Kit Kat going to be probably switching off the Barret here next time he dies because he is playing against double hit scan. So it's not likely he's going to stay on that far. At least I hope he wouldn't. Kit Kat almost goes down here, but the M.O.W.L saves him. Big M.O.W.L coming out from uninspired there. Regardless, they do find Master Elias. Bingus getting taken out as well. TNT trying to go for a charge. Doesn't find it though. He's gonna build Shatter from Griever here. That was a very interesting Shatter. And there it goes, Vertigo getting taken down. The turret's getting split up big time here. TNT's going to try to hold this on his own, but he is getting taken out by James. And that's going to be it for the Eternal side of things for that fight. Getting up to 46%, Trouble Turrets are going to take the point.
Do you want a bandage for that?
Well, we've seen Chingaraninos ask that question a lot.
You want a bandage for that?
You want a bandage for that? I wouldn't say that I wouldn't be saying the same thing after a fight like that. But Thunder gonna find one. Chingar finding 2, 3 here as Baptiste. And the Eternals are just not even gonna, like, just not even gonna find anything with that fight, really. They don't even have that much of an ult bank coming up here, really. I mean, I guess if Bingus can manage to get high charge, he can build that quickly. But I somehow find that Kit Kat is gonna probably get taken out early here because of that double hit scan. Mask doesn't hit that sleep. Curse is gonna be coming behind. Yep, as I predicted. There he goes. Curse gets taken out. And the Eternals are holding pretty steadfast here. They're going to be rotating around pretty quickly, not taking too much of hesitation coming out here. TNT! Oh, almost found it, but not quite. He's looking for the damage here to try to build up Shatter, but he gets taken out ultimately. And there it is! Kit Kat finding 4 with Barrage. Bingus and Kit Kat just picking up their team and saying, it's fine, we got this. The only two on point, taking it back. They know what they've done. They are not regretful about it at all.
Do you want a bandage for
Nor
that?
should they be. That was a massive play coming from them right there.
Do you want a
But
bandage for
Kit
that?
Kat ultimately gets taken out by Thunder. That's unfortunate for the Eternals here, as they do lack a little bit of pressure now. But the window is coming out. But Thunder gets shattered. TNT finding Thunder. But he's taking some pretty good damage from a lot of directions here, and he does get taken out. Daddy gets taken out as well, and Kit Kat's going to be coming through, trying to find something, but doesn't find it. Finally switching off the Pharah, but may be too late, as the turrets do look like they're going to keep this point. They don't have much, neither team really has that much of an ult bank coming on. Chingar does have window that's going to go out this fight. TNT finding the charge, but it doesn't, no value coming out from that at all. And Kit Kat is just contesting, stalling a little bit. And there it is. That is the end of the round. And the troubled turrets take Night Market away from the Eternals. We're seeing some really big plays come out from the Eternals here. I mean, the DPS are just outputting so much value when it comes to their ults. I mean, we saw a massive barrage from Kit Kat. Regardless, that did come from Bingus, but that's not... that should not disregard the amount of value that came from that ult. And Daddy, as we saw in round 1, he did hit... he or she did hit that that 3K pulse bombs, and that is not something to be overlooked. That is for sure. But we're gonna see coming into round 3 here. We're going to see Gardens here. We're going to be going for the TP strat. The turrets are a little bit split here. We're going to see if that actually changes the outcome of this. So, well, nope. The turrets bring it together, pull through. They killed Uninspire and TNT and Mask. And it is not looking good for the Eternals here. And, yeah, Bingus knew it was over. He dipped. And that is going to be the first fight down.
Do you want a bandage for that?
Ooh, Curse. Found Daddy there. That's an early pick for them. Bingus! Okay. And TNT decides that it would be a good idea to take James off the map with him, ultimately giving the turrets a little more space to work with here. And Kit Kat gets what would have been a good TP had the turrets not been ready for it. But the turrets seem to be very on top of things here. Bubble going out from Bingus here. He's not going to have that for TNT. TNT's going to have to play careful here. The bubble getting taken out almost immediately. Bingus having some high charge TNT getting taken out. Daddy is kind of in their back line right now, and he's looking like he's going to escape. Yep, there he goes.
Do you want a bandage for that? 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 Do you want a bandage for that?
Not quite finding any value in that bomb. But a window coming out, they're going to take James out, but they are going to use beats. That could change the tide of this fight. It's not looking like it. Oh, TNT getting taken out. Kit Kat. Curse taken out 3. Daddy's the only one left on point, and there it is. The turrets, they're going to take away Lijiang Tower. And that is going to be map 1. the Eternals looking very strong in that first round, but just not quite enough.
Play of the game.
And overall, I think that it's just going to be left up to the next round. We're going to see whether things continue to go through with everything. And we will see you on the other side of this break. And don't go anywhere. Enjoy the music. Alrighty, welcome back from the break, and we're gonna get straight into this next round. We're gonna be going to Junkertown, and we're going to probably see some very interesting plays coming from TNC here, as Junkertown it kind of is all over the place for Ryan. Reinhardt is someone that I think TNC is kind of stuck to. I feel like he doesn't really play other tanks that much besides Reinhardt. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays throughout all this stuff. Let me find the Junkertown remix real quick. I don't have it apparently. Okay. Well, let's just get to the in-game here. Let me start. And here we
Welcome to
chat, and here we go. Alrighty, so we're gonna see how everything runs out. Curse probably gonna be going for a Widowmaker here. We are going to see turrets on the attack here, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see some Ashe, maybe some Widowmaker, maybe some Hanzo. I'm really not sure. I haven't really seen the turrets play all that much. I haven't watched them scrim. I haven't played comp with them, so I don't really know how they play. So, all of this that I'm seeing is for the first time. So we can see some good plays coming out here. We could see some interesting heroes. But yeah, we are going to see Zenyatta, actually, which is interesting. And we're going to see Widowmaker. We're going to see Daddy and the Ashe. We're going to see whether Daddy can outplay Cursed here. Or if Kit Kat is going to have to back up Daddy here. But Cursed has a very good in on their team. He's playing against a Ana, he's playing against a McCree, an Ashe, a Mercy. He should be worried about probably the Ana and the Ashe, because Ana, if your aim isn't amazing, then you can miss a shot on her too, and that's enough time for her to get 3 shots on you, and you will die. So he's going to have to be careful with that. His positioning is going to be key here. He's going to be going over to the right, missing a shot, but is he going to find more? That's a good question for him right now, something that he should definitely be taking into account. Daddy going to be looking for a pick, but he's forced off the high ground, but he is making do with the positions that he has. Genghis was trying to do enough damage. And Curse does take out Daddy. He's going to win that cyber battle. Both DPS being taken out. Daddy getting rezzed by Uninspired here. Bingus going to try to find enough damage, but he doesn't seem to be able to do enough. And overall, the healers for the turrets right now are just keeping people up. But TNT is like, yeah, no, we're going to change that. Daddy getting his revenge on Curse. And there goes bomb coming out from Bingus here. Finds 2. That is huge. That is massive. Is finding Cursed and Vertigo with that bomb.
Stop now.
Uninspired, just trying to keep everyone alive, and so far he's been doing a very good job of it. Oh! Almost getting sniped, but not quite.
I'm under attack. Me in that direction.
Kit Kat is looking for a noon here. Ooh. Curse is scared to pick that Ashe, and rightfully so. That's a pocketed Ashe, and I could be wrong, but I think that's an instant death for Widow. She gets headshotted. I could be wrong. Kit Kat. Oh, he finds it with a little bit of help. Finding some damage onto Daddy. Doesn't find it though. The healing, it's too much. Oh! A beautiful shot onto Uninspired here. He's going to be backing out. He has found his value as a Widowmaker, and he is very content with that. Turtle's going to be playing a little bit behind, but it's not looking good for them here. Yeah. Eternal's getting pushed back a little bit. their behinds against the wall, and the trouble turrets definitely
Hello.
took some advantage from
The
that.
payload has reached the checkpoint.
Only place for Omnics and Junkertown is on the scrappy. Consider yourself warned.
Cursed is gonna be looking for another here. Cursed finding Kit Kat. Man, Cursed is okay. I was gonna say that Cursed is doing a good job, but I think he's doing a very good job. That was very good picks coming. He finds. What is this? What is this? He's just letting them. He's just.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
What? They're just walking into his shots like, it's whatever. We can pick him. He's not gonna hit another shot. It's fine. No. He will not be denied. He finds those picks when he needs them, that's for sure. The turret's coming through. They're gonna be getting right up there. TNT getting nanoed, getting anti though. Doesn't find anybody so far. Curse finding a pick onto Kit Kat. Oh no, TNT does find James and blocks some good damage, but he's got to worry about Cursed up on the high ground here. And there it is, Cursed finding it. Oh, Cursed is just clicking right now.
The checkpoint.
Cursed is carrying harder than I think I've ever seen a Widowmaker
A
carry.
new challenger enters.
Hello.
His aim is so good. Like, he's hitting these shots, and it's just...
Salut.
He's just doing amazing. He's destroying right now. Let's see if he can find another one here. Finds a bit of a body shot.
I see you.
Question is it going to be enough? The Eternals are just walking into his shots. They're not contesting him at all either. Bingus is for some reason playing like he's a main tank. He finds a beautiful pick onto Uninspired, missing the shot though, and Bingus trying to find it, doesn't find it though. Doesn't chase after him even though he could have gotten that kill. Finds a kill onto Kit Kat. Finds a kill onto Daddy. They're just walking into his shots, I swear. They're just not able to kill him. They're just not able to do it. He's just too good.
From my sight.
He's destroying right now. He finds Kit Kat.
Payload is approaching its destination.
Cursed is carrying harder than I think I've ever seen a Widowmaker carry it. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Doesn't quite find the headshot onto Daddy, but he does track him and it's good enough. Thunder finding that follow-up, and there it is. Cursed and Thunder just wiping the floor with the Eternals right now. That, my friends, was very good for Cursed. That was... The positioning for him was so good. He's taking advantage of Junkertown so well with Widowmaker. He's just getting in there and he's just putting bullets in skulls left and right. That is impressive. That is a respectable play coming out from Curse right there. I say play. Those were plays, plural. That was a massive carry from Curse coming out right now. Granted, he wouldn't have been able to do it without the space that his tanks were providing, but overall, that's just the fact that not a lot of Widowmakers can follow up on that, can follow up with space like that, but Cursed completely just does not fall within that category. He followed up on all the kills that he needed to, found everyone that he needed to find, and that was it. That's end of story. He's gonna be going for a sniper spot here. I haven't seen this one before. This is a new one for me. Eternal's gonna be going for a Sombra here. Daddy is gonna attempt to Widow difference Curse here, but I find it highly unlikely that he's going to be able to do that, especially with a Harmony Orb on Curse. Well, it's gone now, but...
Stop the payload.
Yeah, there he goes. Finds it onto Mask.
¿Qué onda?
Kit Kat is gonna be going behind.
Sniper!
He's going to try to contest him here, but he is forced out of the fight, unfortunately. mailing the air as he is not happy with that. TNT getting charged here, and Kit Kat is going to get taken out as well.
Justice delivered.
I think Daddy's going to be going for a switch here. Maybe not. Yeah, decides to stay on the Widowmaker, which is an interesting choice coming from him right now. Cursed, just finding another pick. He's going to be going to his Tracer that he did so well as on Li Jing. And I think he's going to try to take advantage of that and go try to find Cursed. But I just don't know that it's going to be enough. There it is. TNT. He's going to be jumping in here. Is it going to be enough though? That's the question. James pushing up, putting up a shield. A massive shatter. And there it is. James initiating that fight big time, for sure. Initiating that win anyway. Maybe not initiating the fight, but he did initiate the win for the fight. That's for sure. We're going to see if the Trouble Turrets are going to continue this gameplay, or with the ult bank that the Eternals are going to have with the Nano and the Window, if they can bring it back. But TNT's just jumping in by himself, and it's not going to be enough.
I am unstoppable.
Curse getting nanoed, that's... I mean, it works. He finds one. Is he going to find two, though? That's the question. Nope, just finds one. But it was a pick, and it does grant a little bit of a stagger here. Not much, but just a little bit. Justice is, in fact, delivered to Daddy after those 3 Ks that he was getting on Li Jing. I think Curse is kind of giving it to him now. Vegas is going to be going through trying to find another, but TNT is ultimately going to get that nano. A very massive nano coming out from him right now, because he does find one of their tanks. And they find both the tanks. Daddy getting 2 right now, but Curse does find Bingus. But is it going to be enough for the turrets? I think not. It's unlikely, as TNT does jump in here. He does get slept. Question is he going to be able to finish out this fight? Daddy going through. He does find Shingar. And TNT's waiting, but Daddy just comes through. He's going to be jumping up, and he misses the jump, surprisingly. And Cursed is just kind of not having trouble finding anyone right now, but he does get forced out of the fight just a little bit. And he's getting really low. And they just back out. And he finds Bingus. And there goes Kit Kat. Vertigo not letting his carry be taken away here. And Thunder going for a noon. Finds TNT, denying that primal. Missing the shot. These are some very difficult shots to hit. And there he goes, Uninspired going down. Again, not respecting the Widowmaker. And there it is. Eternals are just not going to be able to take out Cursed here. It's not enough. They're not respecting his sightlines. They're not respecting the fact that he is the best player in the lobby right now. They're just not respecting that enough. And that's just... That's going to be your downfall. That's going to be the consequence of not respecting the Widowmaker here. And there it is. That's all I have to say. When I come back, we're gonna have Flex be in here with me. We're gonna be casting together. But until that point, enjoy the music, and we will see you on the other side of this break. We're gonna see if the Eternals can bring it back, or if they're just gonna get 3-0'd, quick, easy, done. But with all that being said, we'll see you on the other side of this break.
Initiating match.
We're going to go into this next round. We're going to be looking at Volskaya here. We're going to see whether the Eternals are going to take this back or if the Troubled Turrets are just going to sweep them. Now, we do have a little bit of suspicion that there's are some players that may or may not actually be within the arranged skill rating. So, if you do see some of these players not on the roster next week, that's why I find it very unlikely. I have seen plat players that are this good. I've never seen a Widow carry like this, but I've seen Widows who can hit shots like this. But there are some suspicions coming from some of our players that there may be some stuff going on. I find it very unlikely. I think that it's just overall not going to happen, but I'm going to be pissed if I figure out that there's people that are smurfing. But let me get the full Sky Industries mix going on. Alright, Flex, how you doing?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Let's get into this first round here.
I'm doing alright.
Alrighty. Here, you're not in game. Can you join off of me? Or no, it's invite on me, so. And there goes James finding Kit Kat. I'll do it in between.
Sorry, let me just...
I just noticed I'm still muted, lol.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll invite you in between fights here, so, like, there's nothing that's missed. I think they're backing out.
No, I had TNT invite me.
Okay. You're in spectators. Alrighty. Uninspired's getting pretty low here, but he's getting healed up just a little bit. But they are going to put out a nano on Thunder here, but they do put up the wall, but he's going to be rotating around. The question is he going to find any value with it? Not quite. Vengus is going to be still shooting at the bubble regardless. And TNT finds one. There he goes. Oh, man.
It's just gonna be almost maybe a wipe.
Not quite, but almost. Might as well have been, though. But they have both DPS ultimates, and they're coming up on Griever having one here. The turrets. But they're also going to have to worry about the Eternals having the window out here, and Griever getting taken out early, like I've said.
Yeah.
And TNT going in way too far, but his team were able to peel for him, something that I'm sure he's been looking for in his Reinhardt gameplay, as he does jump into fights like that a lot. But I think with a team like his, he's able to do that, and that's something that not a lot of teams are able to do, and that's something that's very commendable. I think he's really good at that. Dude, there goes the grab. They're gonna go for the grab plate here. The M.O.W.L coming out. Curse getting taken down regardless of the fact that he had the upper hand there. TNT going down though. Daddy gonna find Thunder here. The turrets have
surprisingly close fight.
Yeah. They've lost.
Reinhardt's separated from his team.
And the Eternals look like they're gonna take that back. That's not that is not what I thought would happen at all, personally. That is, well, there he goes. Cursed back on the Widowmaker again. Not as good of a map for Widowmaker, so he probably won't find as much value. But the Eternals are looking pretty worse for wear here with their 4. But if they can have people find picks here, then they'll be good to go. TNT getting slept.
It's high time.
Wakes up. And there goes his shield. Mask getting taken down. James finding 2. He gets frozen. The wall coming out. The window coming through. Cursed finding Daddy there. And And overall, Trouble Turrets are going to take away this fight and the first point along
10
with it.
seconds remaining.
Hello.
Justice delivered.
Bonjour.
Oh.
Hello there.
Overtime. Objective lost. New defense point. Objective B.
Oh, there it
Oh,
goes.
early pick on Zarya.
TNT charging in, but he wasn't able to get enough heal that time. The M.O.W.L coming out from the Eternals right now.
冻住，不许走。
Thunder finding Mask with that. Daddy gonna be finding Braver though. He's finding two. He's getting a lot of value out of his Ashe right now. And there goes the Bob. Bob's out. Is he gonna win this fight with Curse? It's looking like it's going in Daddy's direction, but we all know that with a Widowmaker fight, that could change at any moment. The grab coming out, but they have the health to be able to output a couple picks here. Griever finding two, but Bingus does find Curse. He is definitely not finding as much value here as he was in the first round.
Alright, I fixed my audio. I can actually hear normal shit now.
Awesome.
Alright. Oh.
See through alone. Target practice.
Surrender to my will.
TNT getting taken out here, but that is a massive anti coming from Mask there. A huge.
Vertigo. Oh. Maybe could have staggered the sports there, but it's looking like they're gonna get out.
Yeah. We got 50 seconds on the clock here.
Got probably one organized team fight, and then if they initiate fast, they're gonna have time to contest, but it's gonna be close.
Especially with the Shatter coming online here. Curse is probably going to have Dragon soon with that Hanzo ult charge being as quick as it is. But
I'm surprised they didn't shatter while TNT was slept.
there it
Finds
goes.
two with the shatter.
But TNT is just
Oh,
abusing
even?
his power right now.
Oh,
Bob comes
Blizzard
out.
comes out. It's gonna look like it's gonna be a successful defense on second point.
It's interesting to see like how the Eternals have kind of changed up how they are performing, because you know in the first round of Legion they were doing really well. They did well, but it is not looking good for the turrets here. If they are not able to defend, I think the Eternals are going to take away Volskaya.
Justice delivered. Justice
Yeah.
delivered.
So far, they seem to be doing much better on not control 2CP than they were on Escort. Escort seems to be a rough map for them, as they do like to play pretty close up, and especially on Junkertown, that's pretty difficult to do. A lot of the Escort maps are like that. For instance, Dorado, pretty long-range map if you play it correctly. Which the turrets seem to be very good at. They seem to be very good with positioning. Except on first point. They were struggling a little bit with first point. I think Volskaya is a map for them that they haven't really practiced on a whole lot. I find it kind of unlikely that they would be able to hold this as well as the Eternals were doing. But who knows? Maybe they'll make me eat my words. We'll see. But as for the comp here, we're going to be seeing a Symmetra Mei here, which is a very popular comp within the official Overwatch League right now. And Cursed is going to be sitting on his Widow, and Thunder is going to be playing the Kree, which he did very well as. And Vertigo is going to be going over to the Moira, and Chin on the BAP, which he's very good at.
5,
For the tank lines, we've got
Attackers
TNT
incoming.
and Bingus on
Defend
Zarya. They seem to
objective
be
A.
running that almost the whole time, except for a little bit of Diva and Junkertown. And we are seeing a Sigma Roadhog.
Taking the TP around back. Let's see if they're gonna take high ground or go all the way around. It looks like they're gonna maybe take high ground. Yep. Probably would have been smart to go Kree instead of Mei just to have the advantage from high ground, but they opt for the Mei instead and gets picked off pretty early.
Greetings.
TP ends up breaking out of time, so now the Mei is going to be behind. And I think they've just realized that and are trying to rotate back. Yeah, Eternal's in a really tough spot right now. Oh, take a TP to opposite high ground. Now the main Sim are flanking.
They got split up there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Symmetra pick here, if I'm being honest.
They were looking really good until they weren't that fight.
Daddy finding Curse. He's, the Sim is good. I feel like
Bandage for that?
if he's not going to
You
get
want
enough
a
peel
ban-
from
you
his
want a
team,
bandage
then
for
he's
that?
going to have to switch
You
off.
want a
But he is
bandage for
getting the
that?
wall here, and TNT is going to be finding his Shatter here pretty soon. Uninspired also going to be getting his window online. But where the Eternals are also getting a lot of ults, so are the turrets. They are not behind in ults at all. They're about to have Whole Hog, they have window, they're about to have sights. If and only if Vertigo gets a lot of healing and maybe some damage in here, he could build Coalescence really fast, and Griever is gonna have...
Oh, Ana falls down. That could be big. Oh, but Hog gets slept, and the wall comes out, and looks like he's gonna be safe. Dueling the Widow, though. Maybe winning?
Like Griever dies!
Oh, and Ana loses the duel with the Widow.
This is looking scrappy. It's not looking good for the Eternals here, though. TNT being the
Oh,
only one
TNT
on
could have got a tick if he just stayed on.
No!
He doesn't. He was so close.
Not quite.
Do you want a bandage
He
for
wasn't
that?
able to do it.
He backed off for a second because he got scared and didn't get the tick off.
So close, but not quite.
Turret's barely holding that, only having their supports alive at the end. Take the TP again, gets broken. Ryan and Ana caught behind. Ryan looking like he's going for a flank shatter, and it
two.
works. Gets two.
Gets nanoed as well. But Kit Kat goes down. They don't have the backline. But
And
TNT and Daddy are
It doesn't matter.
killing the team.
Hog's just gonna get
Do you want a bandage?
melted? Question mark.
30 seconds.
James is,
Legs trying to get out of there, and looks like he's gonna make it.
yeah, use them legs. Use them legs. He gets
Neum.
away. He
Ka-chow.
does- He does get away, but by the skin of his teeth, that's for sure. The rock coming out, it doesn't really do much, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna get it back before next fight, chances are. And Mask doing some damage onto Chin there with his emo.
Oh, I think they're gonna try and get on the pad and then take a TP.
That would be smart. Mask almost getting pushed off. Bingus getting left behind. A little bit of a lack of coordination there.
Yep.
Daddy jumping off.
Oh, if I guess maybe could have rode that
TP
pad,
now.
made it back, but their team's caught without their sim. I don't know.
Ooh, the hook break.
That was close. Okay, now they drop down. Take TP. Bap, in my opinion, could have stayed up there and just had a good angle. Legs is flanking, though. Ooh, a lot of ults coming out from both teams.
Oh man, this is scrappy, but it's
Looks
looking
like
pretty good for the Turrets
Turrets
right
are
now.
gonna win.
Yeah, turrets are gonna take away that fight. But the Eternals, like, if they keep up fights like that and they don't use their ults and they just build up ult bank, they can just use all their ults and take that first tick. Eternals have a very winnable match here for them.
I think what they need to do is do one more dry push so they can hopefully bait out either Visor, Hog, or Window, and then they'll have definitely 4 ults.
Do you want a bandage? Do you want a bandage for that?
TNT getting hooked in. Oh no! He gets nano.
Visor coming out. Blizzard catches no one. And Whole Hog getting 2. Slept behind, and the fucking turrets just gonna get rolled.
Oh
Do you want a
man,
bandage for that? Do you want a bandage
that's
for that?
unfortunate. I mean, they have no ult bank now. I mean, neither team really has an ult bank at all, so it's just gonna be left up to raw skill and coordination.
Looking like the Eternals are gonna get the next ult first with Shatter from TNT.
But with Curse getting that pick right there, that's dangerous.
Although Vertigo could catch up since they're Moira. Sigma's also close for the turrets.
Curse taking a lot of damage there.
Remaining.
The Eternals waiting it out. They're really stalling for time here. It's gonna be a very dangerous play coming from
Do you
them.
want a bandage for that?
They have 15 seconds on the clock. Are they going to touch, and are they going to forfeit one of their players in doing so? They use the TP. They go behind. Uninspired is on fire. A lot of them are on fire, actually. M.O.W.L goes out. Thunder is caught by himself. He goes down.
Oh! They get the Ash
Curse.
pick. May gets picked off, though. Decent Shatter.
And there it is!
Oh!
The
And they see
Eternals!
nothing. They just don't touch.
There it is! The Eternals, they take away
Wow.
round 3. They are,
Keeping this game alive.
just a bit for sure. I think we're going to see maybe if they can manage it, them take away Hybrid too. But I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to get caught off guard. We're gonna go to a break here. So we're gonna see on the other side of this break if and only if the Eternals can take away round 4 and possibly get a reverse sweep going on. But other than that, we will see you on the other side of this break, and enjoy the music. You heard it right, folks. We're going to be going to King's Row here, and we're going to be seeing whether the Eternals are going to be able to take it back, see if we can get it to a map 5. But we will see whether we're going to see some good positioning from them, or whether they're going to struggle to do that. But overall, we're going to see TNT on the Reinhardt, Bengus on the Zarya. Overall, a very similar comp. Daddy actually going to be going over to the Mei here. Kurt's going to be playing on his Genji. It's going to look rough for him here with Genji. But with all of the stuff that counters him, like the Zarya, it's going to be very difficult for him to play like that. So, yeah, but other than that, I think we will see a good match coming out from this matchup here, because we do like to see the Eternals play some good
Defend objective A.
brawl. They do like their brawl plays a lot. See if they need to go with that. TNT getting slept pretty early on here. The anti coming out. Kit Kat goes down pretty early there. And Earth's gonna force him back. Reinhardt. Oh man. TNT and trying to take space, just charge in. Takes a lot of damage. Walks out of the M.O.W.L for whatever reason, thinking that was a good idea. Ultimately, I think that's going to be the downfall for the Eternals right there, and there it is. The turrets get off, but they take it back. It's fine. And Curse gets taken down by Daddy here, getting a bit of a long-range snipe right there. Thunder getting taken down as well by Bingus, pushing up a little bit too far. And James getting walled off, and there it goes. This is what the Eternals needed before the turrets capped. I think this archway right here is a bit of a tough point for. I think it's a bit of a tough point. Well, that doesn't really find his value. Kit Kat gonna find James here. Especially without the Lucio. Kurt's gonna be going through. Kit Kat gets very low, but he does get out of the fight quick enough. They do have the nano.
I will keep you healed.
There goes the nano blade. The grab comes out to stop it, but they do get a beautiful beat here. But the freeze, it's too much. Kit Kat initiating that fight, and the nano bap. That was a big play coming from Mask right there, and that was it. There goes a grab. The M.O.W.L comes out. Curse is going to be taking that out pretty early here. TNT. Oh, there it is. And the Eternals are going to take away that round for sure.
Hey there.
Alright.
Hello.
First gonna be going up top with Widowmaker here.
Forced out. Oh, the trade swapped to a monkey. Double bubble. TNT with a massive
That was a
shatter.
very nice shatter. That was beautiful. Bingus finding some pretty good damage here. Kit Kat.
Justice delivered.
Eternals have been really playing this corner well.
Yeah, it seems like the turrets are having a bit of trouble getting past this corner. But if you notice, look at their ult bank. They're saving ults, and they are going to just pop them all as soon as they get a good chance. However,
They are even on ults now, though.
yeah.
The next one up for them is probably going to be either grab or sight.
The wall going up, that's not good for the free there. Daddy gonna try to go
Trading
for it.
high noons, just denying them line of sight.
Ooh, Mask dying. Biggest going out. The freeze.
Massive anti.
The freeze stopping the payload from getting pushed anymore.
And then they're just gonna get rolled.
Yeah, the Eternals, that is going to be, enough for, the turrets to go through. Cursed is crouch walking. Doesn't want to get found.
Since they have a Lucio instead of an Ana, like they had at the start, they're gonna want to initiate fast so the turrets can't build up their grav. And they get the Rhine, trading a tank for a DPS.
They know the Widow's behind.
Their
They're not
grab
really
comes
doing
out,
anything about it,
and-
but it doesn't matter because they're
No,
just
nice.
taking them out. And now the Widow is by herself. She could get staggered here. But Daddy's having to 1v1, and that's two really good players fighting off. And Cursed is taken out too.
Oh!
What is this?
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, but a quick 1-2 punch from Daddy and Bingus is enough to take him out.
Now Lucio can probably get back in time to fight to make it even. And helping speed kick out there too.
Ooh,
So
a big shatter.
they do have the advantage
With the
at
wall.
the moment. The window too. Good immortality. Oh, taking a ton of damage though.
They must keep
really
TNT alive here.
low.
Uninspired goes down.
TNT goes down.
There it is.
But
Daddy's fighting
Daddy
two.
finds two. The Eternals might hold this.
Yeah, I mean
Turret
it's
swap to ball to touch. Looks like he's gonna go around back, taking a sweet time. He's got it.
Yeah, Kit Kat's ready for this wall. You hear the little think. And there's the wall coming up.
Oh, and then Tracer touches though.
And that's
Ball's
gonna
on,
be a surprise.
might get melted. Spinning to win. Not a great spot to do it.
Thunder getting taken down. The shatter coming up. That is so big.
Massive.
With the
Equally
beat?
massive immortality.
The
Then
beat and the
he-
immortality.
Not from both teams. Pretty even fight as it seems.
The shatter gets blocked, but the freeze is coming through to the
out.
field.
Blizzard's gonna be huge if they can kill that Rhine. He's just not dying.
And the turrets are so
And the
resilient.
turrets are gonna cap point too.
The turrets are so resilient as they come through.
The payload
And
has reached
they actually cap that with a minute 30 on the clock. They have to get this to third point.
Justice delivered.
Oh, good wall. Can probably get the pick on the Rhine.
Oh, but
they don't.
Curse.
TNT gets slept and antied.
A huge shatter.
Immortality can't help that, and then they're just gonna get wiped.
That is, you hate to see it. It's so close, and it's just, it wasn't
Daddy's
enough.
on the Ash, but Curse pops sights, and it's just teabagging behind a wall. Daddy swaps to Tracer though.
Gonna be enough though.
Oh,
hit,
yep,
the
gets killed
follow-up.
right out of spawn because of sights.
30 seconds.
Although TNT catches Vertigo. Oh, they also get the Sigma.
Bingus.
Oh, but then both tanks for the Eternals go down. Then Kit Kat. Window comes out, trying to do damage.
And there it goes.
Lucio on the cart. Oh, Lucio dies. They got Ball and Tracer out there for contest. Although Bap's the one on cart for some reason. Bap probably just gonna back out here to heal.
And now,
Beat comes out for the turrets. Oh, they pop high noon. Kit Kat gets taken down.
but
Ryan
James
gets
gets knocked
booped
off.
off, but then Lucio
Pile
gets taken
driver.
down by Griever. Curse catches Daddy. Round coming out from the Eternals.
Mines.
So do Mines.
There's a freeze.
Oh, Blizzard!
Thunder getting frozen, but it's not enough. And
Curse
the
is
bomb
just
gets
being
eaten.
uncontested in that window.
Man,
They've done nothing to stop him. Now
Daddy's.
in the defender's spawn.
Oh man, that is overtime though.
Complete.
That
They just
is.
didn't contest the Widow, and at the end there got
Score.
2 or 3 picks.
0 to
Yeah.
3. Switching sides.
The Widow was doing really well there. I think that initiated the fight, but I think
Initiating match.
a really big thing that happened there was the fact that let's just talk about how Daddy's pulse bomb got eaten.
Yeah.
That was really unfortunate because that would have killed Thunder, and I think there was someone close enough to him that someone else would have died. That could have been a 2K bomb there. That could have turned the tides for that fight. With that Diva coming through as well with enough damage and defense matrix, that
Ready
Tracer
for
maybe
battle.
could have stayed alive. That was a really, really devastating E coming from Graver there.
Mm-hmm.
Really devastating.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Turrets going with their Kree Widow. Double shield with an Ana and Moira. And then the Eternals once again going for Ryan Zarya. And sticking with the Bap Lucio.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers
Oh my god, I
incoming.
can't spell chat.
Defend objective A.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Daddy. Daddy having to deal with Cursed. Reaver
no.
not shielding Cursed though.
And yeah, Daddy finding a pick on the
Daddy.
Thunder. That's a nice pick. That's gonna be a pretty big stagger considering they are going to have spawn advantage here. But Curse finds Daddy
Ooh,
right
Curse
back
finds
at him.
Daddy though.
Get in position.
Bing is having some really high charge here.
I'm gonna stay alive. Playing that wall.
Justice. Your best shot.
Oh, Kit Kat stops the shatter for TNT to get shot. Kit Kat's and then they just try and back out.
Get in there. Maximum charge.
Supposed to wait for the Ryan shield on, and then they come back out.
Bingus almost got grabbed here. There goes the window. There goes.
Ooh.
Ow.
TNT gets taken down, looked like a mid-shatter from high noon.
Maximum charge.
That is just, you hate to see it if you're an Eternals player or fan right now. That's that you hate to see that. That's really unfortunate.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
And you know they're about to have freeze, but that's not gonna be enough. TNT getting caught by himself. The beat catching him just in time though, but he does die regardless. The freeze coming out, finding the Ana, also finding the Sigma. This is gonna be enough for Daddy to come through and find some picks. It may just be one. Bingus getting so
Find the
low.
Rhine. Cursed pop sites looking to maybe get a pick to turn the tide. Daddy tries to go up there to contest. First, still looking for that pick. Now, maybe taking a duel with Daddy.
Objective A captured.
Daddy just backs out.
Yeah, he knows.
Going
that's what
around
he
though.
knows. Gets so low. He's gonna get heals though.
Back around.
Trying to swing. Gets a
Oh,
nope.
Chris is
Gets eaten.
behind now. Maybe looking for that bat. Gonna have to drop down to see him though.
That's
Oh, can maybe find Bap. Oh, oh, Daddy gets dinked once.
the shield.
First gets kind of low.
Daddy getting taken out. Curse having no contest in here. Uninspired getting taken out by Thunder here, but Mass comes through and revenges his
Curse gets
revenges
booped
his
off.
healer.
Has to use grapple.
And Curse having a rough position here.
Just assuming that Daddy's gonna go around there, and oh, backs out, but then grapples up, and probably gonna get killed. Oh, doesn't.
Ooh.
They know that Cursed is there. He's in a really bad spot right now.
Oh no! James getting nano. That's very dangerous for TNT here, but his healers are enough, and he walls
Curse gets
off
taken.
James. Some
Eternal's
very
just gonna roll in there. Then Ryan's gonna get staggered. That's not great.
and the Moira.
That's not great for the turrets at all.
There was some massive peel coming through for TNT here, coming from the Eternals. That is, I mean, TNT probably should have died there. In a perfect world for the turrets, TNT would have died. But with the
Oh,
peel,
TNT almost gets taken down, doesn't. But they used mortality.
Like I mentioned, that peel is just too much for the turrets to take care of in moments like this.
First pops sights. And the Eternals look like they're just gonna try and wait it out. Oh, Kit Kat being dangerous.
Daddy, for some
Taken
reason,
down.
peeking him regardless of the sights.
Sigma with pretty decent off angle. Oh, TNT charges in. They get Sig.
And the coalescence doesn't come out early enough, but the shatter. The beat.
Beat, maybe. Oh no, looks like the Eternal's just gonna try and back out. They got no other option. TNT and Uninspired get taken down.
Daddy is getting staggered here. That's very unfortunate.
Might be smart for Daddy to swap off to something more like Genji to take care of both hit scans.
Not just the
But
hit skins, but
looks like
the
they're just
Sigma
gonna
is going to
stay
be
on.
really good for a Genji too. Sigma is pretty difficult to take care. Genji's pretty difficult to take care of as Sigma. He just dodged the block. Oh, Curse getting low. Almost gets taken out, but not quite. Daddy knows not to peek that, and he did anyway. Breather.
James gets nanoed. Probably just gonna walk into TNT. Yep, kills him.
the turrets.
And you're just gonna kill them all again. Oh, Ryan gets low, but he's gonna get out.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Moira's really low on her heals, though. Use the healing orb early. He's got nothing to heal his team in the grab.
Curse finding Daddy there, but it doesn't matter. The Eternals are just
Vertigo
taking
just
out.
trying to get a bit of time, but he's gonna get staggered because of it.
Vertigo! Oh, please! Please, the Eternals are thinking, but they do find it.
Griever, I'm not quite sure what he's doing.
TNT was up there with no burst heals whatsoever.
Griever
That's not
probably
good.
just gonna end up getting staggered. He gets Kit Kat somehow,
And then he escapes!
and then he's gonna get out.
How does that work? How does this happen?
Shouldn't have worked. And then, oh, are the Eternals gonna be able to touch Cart? I don't know that they will.
I find it unlikely. The only touch chance that they have is Lucio, and he's gonna go through here, but he does get taken out, and that's it! And the troubled turrets are gonna take it away. That's their first game.
Oh, close touching. The turrets take it.
They're gonna take away their first game
Play
against
of
the
game.
Eternals. And
Uninspired getting play. Let's see if it's healing or shooting. He gets nanoed. I didn't see that.
Double, triple, quadruple.
Oh, gets a 3K?
Now entering King's Row.
but
Now entering King's Row.
yeah, so there's that.
Initiating match.
I mean, I think that there was a lot that came through from Curse there. I think he was able to find those picks, but I think that there was also a lot coming from Griever going through there.
Oh, yeah.
But on the other side of this break, we will go to our player of the match. We'll get some good interviews coming from them. And we will see you all on the other side of this break. Enjoy the music.
Ready for battle.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna pull Cursed in for an interview here. And we will see how he feels about what was going on and how he was able to hit those shots and everything. Know exactly where people are. See if we can get some good answers. And yeah, let's see here. Let me see. Alright, I'm getting him in here real quick. Nope, I don't want to go back. I want to go move to. I want to go to Caster's Voice. Alrighty, Cursed, how you doing, my friend? How's your day so far?
Oh, hello, I'm here. What's up?
Awesome, awesome. Alrighty, so, hello everyone. So, our player of the match is Cursed, as I explained earlier, and he is here for interview. We got some questions, some stuff to hopefully be answered, and yeah. So the first question that I have for you is, when you were in those positions and you were clicking heads, like, how were you able to figure out where everyone's positions were, even without sights? Was it like, how were you able to know where people were and everything, and like how, like, where did you get that information? Was
Okay,
it call
so
outs or?
it wasn't. It was just like looking at where my team was and how they were engaging, and also like knowing how like long it's been since they've died, so I can like you can understand like how long it takes to walk back from spawn. So like when I was behind them, especially like I knew. I think if you're talking about like when I killed Kree out of spawn, on when I was attacking, that's just I knew he was gonna be back because I know how long it takes him to walk back from spawn.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Alrighty. So when you were like, would you say that your ability to get those positions was based on your tanks, or do you think you were kind of doing stuff by yourself? Like,
I would say
how'd you feel
that
about that?
it was half and half. Overwatch is a team game, but if you like saw, I mostly played solo. That's just because I didn't want to put any pressure on my team to have to shield me. So I just let them kind of play, and them engaging and distracting the enemy team allowed me to get behind them kind of for free.
Right. Understandable. So yeah, I think there were a lot of times when you were able to change the tide of a fight, especially like on Volskaya on first point. I think when you went up to that top left window, that was definitely a big thing coming from you, and how you were able to kind of hold yourself to a standard where you could take out enemies and make sure that you could get out. Were you like, how would you feel? Because like every time that people would come after you, they kind of just backed out. Were you like kind of after a couple times of that kind of predicting that that would happen, or is that something that you were like, okay, I'm gonna probably die here? Like, what was your mindset during those times and everything?
In every engagement, except for a few when they were running sim, I tried to always make sure that I had an escape plan. So I usually, in my mind, I was fine if they pushed me or not because knew I could get out. There was a few times where I was surprised that they backed out, which made it easier. But overall, I had an idea of how to get away if they chased after me.
Right. Understandable. Alrighty. Well, I think that's all the questions that we have. Thank you for coming in for interview. And again, you are our player of the match. So, take that with pride. And, have a good one. Next week, let's see, let me check the schedule. I think next week you guys fight the Dragons, but I could be wrong. Well, actually, I do have one more question. When they got real close to the end of King's Row, getting to your point, and of course, you had overtime, meaning that it was kind of, if they got to that point, it was only a drawable scenario. Were you worried? Like, were you like, okay, we may have a
No. I was more upset that my mouse died earlier in the game, so I had to go to an office mouse, so I wasn't really thinking about it. But
Right.
yeah, no. I mean, I was chilling, I was like, we got another game if we lose, so
Understandable. Yeah, I mean, you
okay, draw.
guys have 10 more games, and you fight the Backline Blizzards next week, so, because I thought if you guys fight the Dragons with the Eternal, will actually fight the Dragons. But yeah, you fight the Backline Blizzards next week, and I think they have their game. Yeah, they have their game here in about an hour and a half. Although it's a very real possibility that they may have to forfeit out for that match. I'm getting news from their captain that they may not be available for that game because of some stuff that's going on. But anyway, other than that, thank you for coming in for your interview. Thank you for being polite and everything. And I will see you for next week's game.
Also, funnily enough, I don't have actually the role for the team I played on.
Lol.
So if you
Hold
could
on.
give me that too,
Awesome.
that'd be
I'll
pretty sick.
fix that. There we go. Boom. All right.
Nice.
I
Thank you.
thought I gave it to you, but apparently not. Alrighty.
Okay. Anyways, I hope you have a good day.
You too, man. Peace.
Bye.
Alrighty, everyone. We are going to go ahead and end the stream again. So the next game is at 8:30 p.m. CST. So you will see a lot of stuff coming from around that time, and we will be posting on our Twitter if yes, it should have it. I have I have the setting on to where it saves VODs. If it doesn't, then that means that there's a technical difficulty, and that means that I can't really do anything about that. But so we'll upload the VOD to the YouTube, and we will be posting on our Twitter if the Desolate Dragons vs. the Backline Blizzards doesn't happen today. That there will be a post on the Twitter. You can go to twitter.com/M.O.W.L official1, and you can find our Twitter, all of our tweets. You can follow us and make sure that you get all the notifications for when our games go live and for when you whenever updates happen with stuff. And be sure to follow us here on Twitch and go subscribe to our YouTube over at youtube.com/MiniOverwatchLeague. And with all that being said, this has been your casters, Barricade and Flex, and the plan is to be back at 8:30 p.m. CST. And just until then, stay champions and peace.